It's the MagicGatheringStrat Show. It's a show about a magic podcast. Hello, everybody. It's me, Brennan, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, is my one co-host this week, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great week.
I hope they are too, Sam. What have we got in store? Well, we've got some PRE as usual. We'll talk a little bit about some Pauper. We also have our Weeks in Review, and we're going to follow it up with a brief discussion of Pauper Classic Tuesdays. Alright, let's get started. I know you're what you all came for, so here are the goods. Going to talk some Standard Pauper SPDC 2906. This past Sunday, May 17th, in 2015. 16 decks, 100% reported. Thank you very much. 3 rounds was top 4 playoff, hosted by the beautiful and talented Roberto. Thanks, Roberto. All right. First place. It is the blue-black merchant deck that we've all come to love. 4-1, good job. Next, second place is the green-white heroic build. Went 2-2-1, which I don't know how that sits with me. Because rounding out the top 4 is the Golgari Constellation deck by Chump Block Kami, which I love that name, by the way, at 3-1, which to me, it's just a better score.
I bet Yellow Eyes in one of the 5 rounds his opponent dropped. Yeah, and that automatically seeded him up to second.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh well, and rounding out the top 4, Mono Red Heroic by I Got Careless. So let's look at what I think was one of the most interesting decks. The Golgari Constellation deck by Chump Block Kami. Made top 4, which is still really cool. But let's look at it a little bit more in depth. Let's take a look at the creatures. You got 4 Baleful Eidolon, 4 Elvish Mystic, 4 Grim Guardian, 4 Leaf Crown Dryad, 4 Nyxborn Wolf. Look at all these enchantments and enchantment creatures. And then you have Oakheart Dryads to go along with the Grim Guardian for the Constellation. Very cool. 3 Nyxborn Eidolon, because who doesn't love Death Touch, right? And then Cavern Lampad for the Intimidate. It is a very expensive bestow, so there's only 2 of them. Now, let's talk about the rest of the deck. 3 Crippling Blight, because it is just a straight up decent card. Makes them can't block, can kill small things, gives the other stuff -1/-1. 2 Scourge Mark. I think that fell out of favor. It was used a lot when this card first came out.
Yeah, it was really popular before when it was just Theros running the format. So.
Because it has the magic draw a card.
Draw a card.
Alright. 1 Coat with Venom. 1 Eternal Thirst, which is a weird card. It's 2 mana. You get something lifelink, which is meh. And then whenever something dies, it gets a 1/1 counter.
It's really strange in this deck because it has a very small amount of removal. So I'm not sure, but I guess it gives reach to your biggest creature.
Yeah, give something to it.
Yeah, very strange.
Lifelink isn't nothing. Alright, now let's look at the lands. Oh, sorry. 1 Font of Return before the lands, which I can see a 1 of. That's not bad. Especially 3 creatures.
Yeah, I mean,
very handy.
You got a lot of creatures in the deck. It's almost all creatures.
Yeah, because you only have 8 cards that, well, other than lands, that aren't creatures. Speaking of lands, 10 Swamps, 7 Forests, 4 Jungle Hollow, and 2 little old Evolving Wilds.
Can I stop right quick and applaud you for the Tempest basics?
Oh, yeah.
Some of my favorite basic art land of all time. Wrath was such a cool looking
Yep, it is. It's very cool. I thought I should pay some homage. But yeah, oh, that one's Portal, but still, they copied it over. But there you go.
Yeah, so very awesome.
No problem. All right, now let's look at an opening hand. Start off with a swamp, a forest, another swamp, crippling blight, elvish mystic. Got plenty of mana going on here. Scourge mark, which is alright, but where are you going to put it on, the elvish mystic?
Yeah, you're going to rancor your elf up.
Yeah. It's not rancor. Oh, but look there. There you go. That's what you're ramping into.
I mean, that's a turn 2 Occur Dryads.
Yep.
And you can, like, nuke something with the Crippling Blight, because, I mean, Elvish Mystic's crazy in the mono green deck, so...
That's true. And also, okay, turn 2, Oakheart. Turn 3, Scourge Mark, Crippling Blight, maybe. And that Oakheart is swinging in for 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
turn
and
3.
It's got a big old butt, so...
Yep.
I mean, that's going to create really bad trades on the 4th turn, so...
And if you're doing Crippling Blight, probably nothing's blocking.
Or it's blocking poorly, because you're
right.
trading your 3-drop for probably something bigger, so...
Exactly. So there you go. Not a bad opening hand. I would like for there to be one more creature instead of maybe the Blight.
Right.
But I don't think you can throw this back. But let's take a look at the curve, an actual curve. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drops, and only 2 little old 4 drops.
Still super heavy on the 2s and the 3s. That's actually more 3s than most decks play.
That's true. I think because it has the 4 ramps.
I mean, just like the Oakhearts, and then the Grim Guardians are all 3 drops, and they're totally necessary in the deck. So I think it's a good curve. I mean,
yeah, it's not bad.
You're gonna probably, and he's running 24 lands, which seems like maybe a little much.
Yeah, I think he's afraid of the mana screw more than anything else.
Which is understandable. So
yeah, that's true. Let's take a look at what the next 6 were. Another Crippling Blight. There we go. I like that. Baleful Eidolon. That's a card I can get behind.
2 mana away from bestowing it.
Yep. Well, there's 1.
1 mana away from bestowing it.
Another Oakheart, which seems good.
Totally awesome in multiple.
Yep. There we go. Now we can bestow it. Or heck, just throw it down as a 1/1. For whatever reason.
I mean, it's going to trade with an Elkherd.
Right. Everyone out there is so afraid of a Death Touch. You can put a Death Touch out there and then just sit back. Because I was like, oh my god, I can't attack into it. People, just attack into it.
You have to attack into it.
At some point, you're going to have to just get it over with. Pull that Band-Aid off. It's just, I don't understand the fear. And then we have a Jungle Hollow. So anyway, maybe a little threat light, but each time you're playing an enchantment, you're going to grow something.
And almost all of the cards that you've drawn so far outside of the Elvish Mystics and the lands are enchantments.
It's true.
So, I mean, that's pretty solid. I would like that Jungle Hollow to be something else.
Yeah.
It's the one awkward card, I think, that out of these 13 cards that we've drawn.
Right.
So,
I think if it was the other Constellation card, that'd be good.
Yeah, that would actually get you on the right foot. Maybe this would probably be stronger if the O cards were actually Grim Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, variants can't really get it the way you want it every time, so...
Nope. When I put the deck in, I just get a random hand and go with it. Unless it's like all lands, I'm not gonna throw that up here. That's just silly.
That would be boring.
Exactly. Alright, Sam. The week that was. Any announcements?
Okay, so I'm going to start out with 2 shout-outs.
2 shout-outs.
Okay, so Drinkard won the last Overdriven.
Heck yeah.
He's modern pre. So big shout-out to him. That was awesome with his Suicide deck. And shout-out to Pike. Say that for me.
Piacor.
Piacor. I watched him stream a little while he was playing in Pauper Classic Tuesday. He came in 8th with his Bant Fog deck, which actually looks like it has a lot of good matchups right now because the format's really aggro heavy.
Right.
So I watched him play 2.5 matches, and he just seemed like he had it under control the whole time. But I think he's kind of just a really confident player. So. Oh
yeah. That's another thing. I was talking to him, and he wants to come on for the show, so we might get him on one day.
Well, that would be awesome. I'll try to get with him then. Okay. And then let's see. I played my league match. Played Landon, and I played Rugtron versus his Boros Kitty Brew. Because Boros Kitty with a few different elements in it. One game 1 with the Rolling Thunder, 17 to the dome. Game 2, he was at 4, and I was at 2, and he galvanic blasted me.
Ugh.
And game 3 pretty much went the same way. He was at 2, I was at 4, and he galvanic blasted me. So I punted the 3rd game. I should have just sent all of my flame bursts to head, but I was taking out creatures. And looking back, I had so many opportunities to win that last game. Just distressed me.
Yeah, you should really beat yourself up about it. That was terrible.
I have been. Don't worry. But I'm going to try out PK's build and see how that goes. Because the Tron build I'm playing right now is kind of the classic Rugtron.
Yeah.
So, other than that, we're potty training my son.
Hey.
So.
Are you using the Cheerio trick?
No, he's actually just doing it by himself.
Whoa.
Yeah, 21 months, and he's kind of full hog, so.
Good jobs. Good job, little Sam Jr.
Jackson. Is his name. My wife is actually named Samantha, and we contemplated Sam Jr., but we decided that was too many Sams.
Samantha, Sam, and Sam.
Yeah, Sam, and Sam, and Sam, and Sam. So, but other than that, I haven't messed with my cube at all. I want to get back and play some Standard Pauper, but I really want the format to be a little different. So it doesn't it doesn't look like there's a lot of room for brewing right now.
No, we've got some time to wait because Origins is the only thing that's going to shake this format up.
What's super exciting is they've said over and over again, Origins is going to have like the largest amount of new cards for a core set in a while.
Sounds good to me.
It really gives me hope that we're going to have some originality before rotation, so fingers crossed.
It's going to have stuff like Crawlworm.
Oh gosh, Crawlworm would be so not played.
Yeah.
I mean, the big fox is way better.
Oh, without a doubt.
So.
All right, well, that's very cool. Also, I want to give a shout out to Piracor. He has a 2-video set on the YouTube channel, Magic Gatherings / Magic Gathering Strat. If you go out there, and he goes through his whole modern daily with a friend of his, and they basically analyze turn by turn all the plays he made. So, it goes deep on the Mono Blue Tron. So, and I watched it, and it was, I've watched his videos before, and I'm just a spectator. But that level of explanation, which I think a lot of us don't ever do, we don't ever go back and look at our old games and think, what could I have done better? How can I improve? What mistakes do I make? Do I consistently do this? And then not only that, but bringing in a another voice to give an opinion on your mistakes. I was really impressed by it, and I think you should watch it because it's very good.
I mean, I think he's one of the better technical players on the channel, maybe outside of like Farf, because Farf is pretty awesome when he plays. I've watched a lot of streamers, like a lot of pro streamers, and I think he's actually probably just as like logical in the way he thinks.
Oh yeah.
About his lines of play and so on. So yeah, I'd recommend that too. I mean, just from watching him stream a couple times and I've watched a couple of his YouTube videos after he's streamed when you guys have put him up. So it's pretty good stuff. So I mean, if you're looking for like leveling up sort of tips, that's not a bad way to go.
Exactly. Okay. Well, no Dan this week, but he did want me to mention that the Patreon is sitting at $149. That is $1 shy of making Dan do a limited weekly video. So if you want to see Dan get frustrated or actually improve, because I think the more he plays, the more he'll improve, a limited event, then just $1 more on the Patreon puts it over the edge.
And I think he's both excited and dreading playing more
right.
Dragons Fate Reforged.
Yep.
So get it there and donate so we can make him.
So we can watch him. Yes.
Little hot messes.
We should put stipulation drafts on him. God, no, we can't do that.
No. Only draft 2 drops, Dan.
Yeah, nothing more.
This is the LLR. Come on.
Right, I know. I love those guys. Shout out to Loading Ready Run. Alright, my week. I played today my League match. Yay, League. It is Classic Pauper, if you didn't know. If you didn't know, then I'm very mad at you. But I played good old Gibtuck, and we met. He was playing Affinity, and I was playing Turbo Exhume. It uses both the Angler and also the Crusher. Tech here is either exhume one of those out and then get the Dragon Fangs or Dragon Claws to attach to it and swing in for a lot of damage super early. All the sack lands you can imagine. It's got the Lotus Petals. It's got, oh gosh, what else is in there? Tormenting Voice, Faithless Looting. Man, you're filling up the graveyard quick. I was able to get a Crusher out, I believe, on turn 4, and swing in, and I actually got the Claws and the Fangs, so when I swung in, it was with a 9/9 Trampling, Annihilating, Hasty Crusher, and
that's insane.
It was. And the next game, I was able to, on one turn, I can't remember what turn it was.
Turn 3.
Turn 3, I exhumed an Angler, which then got the Claws or the Fangs onto it, which gave it haste. Now, he had brought in some tech. He had brought in the banner, the flag bearer, thinking that it would, the enchantment would then go to the flag bearer. But it says, the thing you got to look for on that is, it says, what was it? Active. No. It's, well, that is something. It would have been an illegal target. But anything like that, the flag bearer says activated ability or cast.
It's neither, is it?
Nope, it's triggered.
Yeah, it just comes into play.
Right, and also the wording basically says your creature. Like, you can only enchant. Like, your...
Yeah, from your graveyard.
Or something. Yeah. I forget the wording on it. It's old and it's weird. But it is a triggered ability. That was the issue. And I saw it in his hand because I used Gataxian Probe, and I was like, I don't think that works, because I looked, when I saw it, I noticed the, the activated ability or spell cast. I was like, don't think it's going to work, but we're going to find out. And we did. So on turn 3, I swung in with a hasty angler, and then was able to cast another angler by using that sweet graveyard delve tech. And he was staring down 2 5/5s, and that was kind of it. But it was pretty good. I was watching
Roberto test a deck, so that was pretty fun to see
cool.
All the zombie fishes running around.
Yeah, it was a good match. He had affinity, and if I stumbled at all, those robots would have overwhelmed me. But I was able to get the creatures out in an expedient manner, and they did their job. So there you go. All right. But you know what else? Our good friend Johnny in a Bucket sent us pictures. Now, how many months have I asked y'all to send me pictures? He sent me pictures from the book stand in Beaumont, Texas. This took place on April 24th. A Standard Pauper event at a card shop. Oh my goodness. I believe my eyeballs are not what they used to be. I had you look them up, Sam.
I did it by the photo ID.
Oh. I did not put the photo ID on here.
I kind of did them as best as I could. So I think that one in the front, and I did them front and back, that's Bat Pants, and that's actually Johnny playing.
That's Johnny. That. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Versus what looks like Demary Control, because there were 3 players playing that.
3 players. Yeah, I'll put this. I'll give you the rundown here in just a second. All right, let's take a look at another picture. Another similar
Demary Control.
Yep, right
on
over
the
here.
left versus Azorius Tempo on the right.
All right, there you go. Very cool. Very cool. I love. Oh, hold on. There's another player. I want you to look at this. These numbers painted on the table. Hats off to you, because so many times I see people, like so many shops will just have like a cardboard placard, because Wizards will give you, numbered placards for the tables, but actually having distinctive, high vibrancy numbers on a table. So in between rounds, everybody's like, "Are you at 7? Is this 7 or 8? Or is it 9? Where are we? Is this no? It is." That is perfect. So I just want to say a little tip of the hat to the book stand for going that extra little bit and making it very obvious where to go. There we have a mono red player wearing a mono red shirt.
That is red dashing dashers.
Yes.
Versus mono black exploits.
Dun dun dun. Look at that. Oh yeah, there's the bird exploits.
There's I think a couple exploiters, a Gary. So it's the best of exploit with the best of Gary nonsense all together. Yay!
Seems good to me. And those scouts, I love those little dudes. Oh, he's got some sweet lands. Check those out.
Yeah, all these guys are teching out their Standard Pauper decks, which is pretty awesome. So.
I think so too. This is great. I love this so much. Alright, let's take a look at another one. I should have put a much faster transition graphic.
This was them looking up pairings, from what I can tell.
Yeah, they're doing pairings. And look at this. See what that is? A projector. Projecting pairings. Boom. Another.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, another great thing. I love it. Book stand, y'all did good. Oh, and you also have some cool toys in the background, but that's a different show. Here were the standings. M. Naramoto's Mono Black Exploit came in number 1. Second was an Is It Token Control. We've seen that. Third was that dashing.
Didn't get on camera.
No, I didn't see any tokens. You guys know me. I love tokens. And we have the third place was Dashing Red. Coming in fourth was Johnny in a Bucket himself with the Bant Panties. I think you could have gone full-on Bant Pants. Maybe if you'd have had pants instead of panties, you'd have been first. That's just me, though. What do I know?
I don't think there's not enough good enchantments to call it Bant Pants anymore.
You know what? You are right. Unless you're bestowing some crazy stuff, or there's nothing like
Ethereal Armor.
No Ethereal Armor, and no, what's the black one that was so awesome? Gave flying, lifelink, and 2+2. It's 3 in a black. That was great.
No idea anymore.
Yeah, that was a beautiful card.
I mean, there's no stab wound.
No stab wound, no.
So, it's just sad. It's sad what's happened to the Bant Pants deck.
So that's true.
Sunrise, sunset.
We only have ourselves to blame, and wizards. We can blame wizards. Yeah, mostly wizards.
All the time.
Yep. Remind me to change graphics. Good lord. Alright, rounding up the players, you had 3 Dimir Control, 1 mostly green Simic Aggro, 1 Abzan Warriors, which is a... I think that was so close to being an actual deck, but everything that was important is uncommon. And they have the Turbo Angler for Golgari, which I respect. And also a blue-white Tempo, little Azorius Tempo. So there you go. Look at that. Sending me pictures. And when you send me pictures, I will post them. Here we have some more players. Look at all this. Look at these dudes. Everybody's playing some Standard Pauper, having a good time. With tennis balls on the bottom of the chairs.
Don't scrape the floor.
I know, right? You gotta save that floor. And also,
Don't scrape the floor.
It's crazy loud when you have metal floors on concrete floor, or metal chairs on concrete floors. It's awful. Next picture. Alright. Here's another look. I believe it's another Dimir Control versus the... Is this the Simic?
That is the Simic deck.
There you go.
For the best that I can tell. Do you see it's a reduce in stature?
Where?
On the creature
on
the
left
side, on the
it
right
sure
side.
Is.
Not even a card that really sees play online.
Yeah.
These guys are all the way outside of the box. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, you gotta adapt to your own meta.
I mean, you gotta just know when to make something a 0-powered creature. And that's the proper time right there.
Especially if anybody is trying to get formidable. 0 power goes a long way to stopping that.
It shuts it down.
Oh, did you hear that reduce in stature started out as something completely different? It was like a -13. -13, -0.
Yeah, I think I heard that on Unlimited Resources.
Yeah, that's crazy, but they said that it totally hosed formidable. It was like basically prevented all formidable from your opponent from that point forward.
Well, because you'd have to overcome all of that negative,
yes,
right?
You do.
Yeah. So that's not good. That would make formidable just worthless. Mark of the Vampire.
Mark of the Vampire, that was the one.
+2/+2 and lifelink.
Yeah, I thought it gave flying too, but still.
No.
2/2 lifelink. Yes. It's very good. Oh, and this guy's anticipating right there. Yeah.
Lots of anticipates cast from the photos, from what I can tell. So,
and there's
that looks like a good match. Look at that graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard. Look, that is a Ravnica cancel.
cancel.
Yep.
Way too many mana.
There we are. I think that's Johnny right up there.
Yeah, that's
back
Johnny.
and center. Hey, Johnny. All right, we have some. We have the exploit here, and this guy has something I can't tell. I only see.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to bring up my notes.
Okay.
I have my notes.
Yeah, I had Sam look at these like super close up.
So that's exploit.
Yep.
On the front versus the Azorius Tempo deck.
Azorius Tempo.
And then in the back, that's Absent Warriors. Versus Johnny playing the Bant Panties deck.
There you go. Look at that.
So, which is pretty cool. The Absent Warriors deck, I mean, didn't really hit online because, as you said, the things that really pumped the power and toughness were all uncommon.
Right.
But I mean, Mono Black still really good. I like the Azorius Tempo deck. I thought that could have been a deck. Because it was in one of the other pictures, you saw that he was playing just basically economic creatures,
right?
And then good bounce and stuff. So,
hey, there's a lot to be said for solid tempo plays.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah, keep your opponent off balance. All right, well, folks, look at that. Someone did it. Yay for Johnny being the first up. Big shout out to the book Stan for letting that happen. That's so awesome. Look at that. All these people having a good time playing Standard Pauper. You can too. Affordable. Helps teach competitive play. Requires only knowledge of current cards. It is so great. If you do it, I will put your store up here too. And promote it as best I can. Now, I might not have the high caliber ratings of a limited resources, but people seem to watch this and they seem to enjoy it. So why not? There's a link, will be in the show notes. But the book stand does not have a website, which I found very interesting. But they do have like a fan page on Facebook. I'll link that. That'll at least give you the address and the phone number. But yep, very cool indeed. Thank you, Johnny. All right. Pauper Classic Tuesday happened yesterday because we're recording this a day late due to internet outages. So let's take a look at Petron. PK23, you heard Sam talk about it earlier. He wants to run this particular build. PK23.
It's super interesting because it eschews Seagate Oracles, it brings in a Maul Splicer, cuts down the Yulmox Crusher to 1, but it goes 4 Flame Slashes, a Caravex Torch.
Nice.
So, I mean, it really adjusts the numbers. The Torch must just be good tech against Control, even though he lost. His only loss was to basically the only Delver deck. Super strong looking build. PK normally knows his stuff pretty well. I mean, he went 6-1. So
that's good.
When you scroll down to his sideboard, it's pretty interesting. He's running 4 of Earth Rift,
right.
And he's running pretty much like a 4-color sideboard, which is pretty common. Red, white, 3 colors actually. No black, which is I run some sack effects for against hexproof.
Right.
And then the last Marauder in the sideboard. I do not like that Revelation art. I don't understand, but it just picks at random, I think.
It picks the last printed.
Yeah, which is a shame. But it's pretty much like the normal 20 lands that you would expect to see. So, I mean, Tron decks kind of all look like each other, so it's not too out there. But the oddity changes that he made, a lot of these play 4 of Seagate Oracle for extra card draw.
Right.
But he just kind of went, I don't think I need that, I think. So
yeah, but I mean, because look at this: draw, get a land, draw. You've got draw,
and then the Mole Drifters,
Oh yeah, jeez, that's plenty of draw.
So I mean, it looks like a build that's definitely worth testing out. So
it's cool,
and I love Tron. I just love Tron. So, and it went up against a pretty wide variety of different decks.
Yep, Pestilence, Infect, Mono Blue, Mono Black Control, Bant Fog, Affinity.
It beat Familiars.
Yeah.
So
that girl looked familiar.
That girl looks familiar.
Oh, also, interesting side note, I have 34 of these forests in foil.
What forest is that?
It's from Tempest.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
I keep buying whenever I have my foil bots show up. And they have more of the slivers pre-constructed deck.
Yeah.
I just buy all the lands from it.
Right.
That I find. So all of my islands, I have like 40 slivers because it's Tempest art. They're all foil. They're all the same art. They're beautiful. And I have I'm getting a good stockpile, so I only ever have to play slivers pre-constructed deck basic lands.
Nice.
How I roll, yo.
It's all good though.
Yeah.
All right. But it's a cool Pauper Classic Tuesday. PK23, always good player, making great decks. Slight little changes, comes out on top. I think it's very cool. Very neat to have this.
You want zip over to
Maximum Overdrive. We have Drinkard. Here's his Suicide. Oh, Drinkard, you're such a scamp with the wordy words. He is writing an article. He was writing an article on this as I was watching today. So be on the lookout for that on the site, MagicGatheringStrat.com. And very neat. Look at this. Death Shadow, Step Links, Street Wraith, Anakadal, Swift Spear. I love Swift Spear. Oh, Hooting Mandrills, which I don't see why this doesn't see more modern play. It's a 4/4 that you can possibly cast for 1.
I think it's just the fish.
It's good though. Become Immense, also very awesome. Gataxian, Lightning Bolt, the Bauble.
The Bauble, the odd card out.
Top card of target player's library, draw a card. It is weird, but it's a 0 cast, and you can draw a card. Mutagenic Growth, always a good time. Battle Rage, oh good grief. That's just crazy, because Battle Rage on the Mandrills, or Death's Shadow. Wow.
Death Shadow has to be I want a Death Shadow. I'm going to Gataxian Probe and Mutagenic Growth myself down to whatever.
10.
And with all
not even that. It'd be less than that.
With all the fetch lands and the pain lands in here.
Because there are no basics.
Yeah, none.
So you don't care about your life at all because it's Suicide.
Suicide.
Dun dun dun. Ancient Grudge. Blessing. Oh, I didn't realize the Blessing was in the Modern Masters.
Yeah, on the first one.
Yeah.
Or that's the second one,
Second one, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There's 3 of those. Nourishing Shoal. What is this? You may remove a green card. Oh. You gain X life. Oh gosh, you could pitch your own Mandrills against Burn and gain 6 life.
Boom.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty gosh darn good.
Yep, that's also 6.
Or Become Immense. Oh my god. Wow.
It's all good, man.
That's really awesome, actually.
Or you can pitch Nakadal and gain 1.
Or Mutagenic Growth.
Gain 1? Yeah.
1, yeah.
Well, excellent.
Here, right. Could we break from the shout out? Go up to the second place deck or round. Yeah, Chad W. It's right there.
Oh, junk.
This land is.
This land is your land. Now it is my land.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, annex.
Yeah, it's a eminent domain deck.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, disguising itself as a wildfire.
Taking all the lands and wildfiring. That is a thing of beauty.
That's crazy.
So, of course, it lost to Zoicide because what are you going to do to Zoicide?
Nothing.
You're going to lose. What are you going to do against a deck that doesn't care about its own life total? You're going to lose.
That's the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
Smelt. Oh, it's only one. Okay.
Yeah, it's effective.
It is effective.
It is effective. So, but sorry for my tangent.
Oh, that's okay. Look at how many of this deck is being reprinted in Modern Masters. Like, this is new. But then you have Lightning Bolt, Wildfire, Mana Leak, Repeal. I think that's about it. But
I mean, there's no real money cards in this particular build. Of course, you could probably make it better
by replacing Swiftwater. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fairly cheap to run. Even the Frost Titan's like the least expensive.
Oh, Frost Titan, and what's the white one? Sun Titan.
Sun Titan.
They're both probably the cheapest Titans.
Well, I mean, Sun Titan, the Red Titan.
Oh yeah, but I think that one's any good.
Do anything? Yeah, but Frost Titan's really solid. I mean, it's got that built-in counter effect. Plus, it's got the tap effect. So,
yep.
I just like my big blue men.
I know you do.
So,
it's cool though. It's a good card.
Yeah, it looks like a fun deck to play.
It does, and like you said, you could actually build this for pretty cheap.
Oh, for virtually nothing. Because I mean, there's no chase rares in it at all. So,
Emma Lovely, what's this? Oh, it's a Phantasm. Oh my God, it's an Illusions deck.
Oh my gosh, it is.
This is very similar to the deck
Illusionary
I used to
run.
Tricks. Yep. Oh no, this is just straight up Lord of Illusion. I had a deck like this a while back, except I had I ran Phantasmal Image right here to copy Lord of the Unreal, and then he gave himself hexproof because he was an illusion. So
that is all awesome.
And then I ran the what's that gives you 2 upkeeps? There's a card that gives you 2 upkeeps and Chronozoa, and I would just spit out Chronozoa left and right.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was great. When it went off, it was wall of Chronozoa. I was never getting touched.
He's even running Mutavaults.
Yep. It's good.
No Aether Vials, though. Come on.
Aether Vials are crazy expensive.
They're not that bad online, but forget about buying paper copies.
Good Lord.
Oh my God. Like last time I looked, they were $22.
Yeah, they are.
It's a freaking uncommon.
I know.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
People are willing to pay it, so it will always be more expensive.
And they didn't get reprinted in Modern Masters. The disappointment.
Yeah, I don't like this new Modern Masters.
The first one was full of wonder and love, and the second one was, I can't even say it's going to be even draftable.
They have to have tested it though, right? Right?
I mean, I think they did. The one deck that looks interesting to me is the Elemental deck, but they bumped Muldrifter up to uncommon.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even look draftable. Like, the Spirit draft doesn't look draftable.
I don't know. That Spirit, I think that's got something. That's my personal pick. I think the Spirit's got something.
Well, I know personally I'm not going to be spending any money drafting. this time did a bunch of the first one.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do any because it just doesn't look as much fun, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to pay that much.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap bastard.
But that's okay. Modern Masters 2017 will be better.
Sure it will. Totally won't be a disappointment. All right, folks. That's going to wrap it up for this week. If you like our stuff, please go to MagicGatheringStrat.com. Also, YouTube, probably already here, /MagicGatheringStrat. I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. Our Patreon, like we mentioned earlier, /MagicGatheringStrat. Twitter is @MagicGathStrat. Also for me, my Twitter is @CeruleanSaysHi. Hello. And for Sam, it's SPO7677. Facebook.com/MagicGatheringStrat, and also on iTunes. Speaking of which, I need to get the last episode up there. I'm lazy when it comes to the iTunes. But it is there. Lots of episodes are there. Well, that is it, folks. Coming at you from this Wednesday. So, for the Magic Gathering Strat Show, I am Brennan.
I'm Sam. Woo!
Way to go, Sam.
I'm trying to be goofy because Dan's not here.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's it.
That's it.
Our goofiness is several thousand miles away in Sweden. All right, folks. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Bye.